and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for property to buy, you can also contact me. And if you're lending your friend and your family your hard-earned cash and they cannot get it back, you have an agreement with them, feel free to give us a call at 339-1670 or 238-6716. I want to say a special good night to viewers on our page, Real Talk page. Like and share as we go live. Those of you on YouTube, subscribe, TT, hit the bell. TT Real Talk, hit the bell and you would know when we go live. Now viewers, our program are from Monday to Friday. From 7 to 8 p.m. is a live calling program. We have a rerun the following day at 10 a.m. from 10 to 11. So those of you who missed out the night show, you can catch it in the morning time from 10 to 11 a.m. Remember viewers, like and share our page. This is the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago, where we bring to you the news in depth and events of the day. To top it off, we gave you the viewers, local and regional, an opportunity to call in and share your experience of probably you had an incident during the day or something happened and you want the public to know. You want the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to be aware of what is taking place in your community. You know, if sometimes something's happened in your community and the wider public doesn't know about it. So this is where you get the opportunity to call in and let us know what is taking place in your community. Now doing that, it created a wider platform for the viewing public, local and regional. And with that also, you made us the #1 in Trinidad and Tobago. So viewers, like and share the Real Talk page as we bring to you updates during the course of the day. So if you're in an area and you don't know what went on, Real Talk page, like and share. Once you like the page, you will get the information, you will get a notification when something's happened and we post it on the page. You will get that notification so you would know what is actually taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. Now viewers, as we start off tonight's program, we start off with contact case. Trinidad and Tobago this morning confirmed its first case of contact spread of COVID-19. The confirmation came via a media release from the Ministry of Health. The release noted that this latest case, which contracted from a primary contact who had recently traveled. However, a few hours later, at 4 p.m. today, the ministry confirmed its second case of contact spread. Contact spread cases is among 4 confirmed cases of COVID-19, which now takes this country to 57. At a media conference earlier, Health Minister Terence Dayal Singh update the nation's community.
One of the latest cases is a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago who landed in a British Airways flight in A&R Robinson Airport. I am glad to say that that citizen of Trinidad and Tobago was immediately quarantined at Scarborough General Hospital and in Trinidad and Tobago. His test, as you know, has come back positive, and as per our protocol, which we decided upon months ago, and I specifically remember the CMO talking about this in the first Joint Select Committee, how we will transfer a patient, a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, from Tobago to Trinidad. That person is going to be transferred by Coast Guard this afternoon in an isolation mode, and will be sent to either Cora or Couva depending on the symptoms and whether it's a mild, moderate or severe case. So by this afternoon, that citizen of Trinidad and Tobago will be. The 10 a.m. report, we have 53 positive cases, and we have tested so far 332 individuals in the country, Trinidad and Tobago. The hotline is up, I'm glad to say. So far, over the past 3 days, we have received 23,000 calls. That's right, 23 community spread.
In light of the latest development, the health minister said the ministry would be increasing the number of doctors operating the hotline.
Because of the need for the hotline.
Caller, good night.
Yes, hi, good morning.
Hello?
Good night.
Good night, go right ahead.
Right, I was listening to the Minister of Social Development outline all the money and whatever the people to go to people. However, I see yet to hear what they are doing with the age pensioners. Now, the man is young, we know that from month, old age pensioners they come up only at 4 in the morning. What will come, I would like to explain what is done with the age pensioners. And it's dead now that some of them that they sign up for the to go to the bank and yet nothing is being done. Come to our mom and see what really happened at the post office.
Thank you, my dear. Now, viewers, as our program goes on tonight, there are citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that are stranded in Margarita, and there are citizens stranded in Barbados. So what I want to hear from you now, we understand that the borders are closed. We understand was asking for British nationals to return to their country. We in Trinidad have citizens outside who wants to come home. They want to come home. Now, do you think the Minister of National Security, just how the British High Commissioner could come out and make a statement and ask for the British nationals in Trinidad and Tobago to return to their homeland? Don't you think the Minister of National Security could have organized a plane and send it to Barbados to pick up the citizens that we have there and bring them to Trinidad and put them under quarantine? Don't you think the Minister of National Security could arrange for a boat or a plane to go Margarita and pick up the 70 Trinidad and Tobago nationals in Margarita and bring them home? Because I gotta tell you something. I understand it's a virus that have no cure, and I understand that we need to put strict measures in place all over the world. The ministers and the high commissioners of different countries are asking their citizens to come home and are putting things in place to pick up their citizens from whatever country they are and bring them home. So don't you think the ministers of Foreign Affairs now are going to? The Minister of Foreign Affairs could make arrangements to bring the citizens that are in Barbados and that are in Margarita to the soil of Trinidad and Tobago. Because you know why I'm stressing on this now? Because you see, coming to election time and coming to local election, all you're coming right down to the citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. You see, at the end of the day, you need the citizen to put you back in power. Now I understand it's about 100 individuals between Margarita and Barbados. It's just a small percent. But don't you think their lives matter too? To the Minister of Foreign Affairs, this is your call. This is your call. At the end of the day, they are citizens of Trinidad. You all went on your election campaign. Is the citizen of Trinidad you all went to. You went to the citizen of you didn't went to the citizen of Margarita. You went to the citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. Why can't you, Mr. Moses? Make that call. Organize a plane and go pick up the citizen. You see, just how all you went and pick up the citizens on the cruise ship and all brought them in and all have them under quarantine. You could do the same thing. You could do the same thing. Now, I am definitely sure if you all had families or friends outside of Trinidad and Tobago, you all will make all necessary arrangements to make sure that they are in Trinidad. And you cannot tell me no. You cannot tell me no. So where is the Minister of Foreign Affairs now in this matter? Where is the Minister of Foreign Affairs? Where is him? The British High Commissioner in Trinidad came out and made statements for his people. Where is our Minister of Foreign Affairs? Where is him? All they went and pick up 68 of them. And they bring them to Trinidad. "42 of them, I believe, have the virus. They are under quarantine. What happened to our citizen in Margarita? What happened to our sister, our citizen in Barbados? I was reading today where the citizens have to quarantine themselves at their own expense. I was reading in Suriname. There are citizens in Suriname that wants to come home. You see, at the end of the day, these are citizens of Trinidad. These are citizens, when election time comes, you're going down to them. And you're kissing a newborn baby if they have. Where is the Minister of Foreign Affairs? We're not hearing him. We're not seeing him. He's not even making a whisper. Where is him today in a matter like this? Nobody is calling on the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Nobody. To intervene in a matter. Caller, good night.
Good afternoon, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
Said, I feel that a little too much power getting into the head of Stuart Young, the Minister of National Security. Now, we allowed people to come into our country when they're citizens from Venezuela.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Our country when they was in distress.
Yep.
We send our citizens to the Dominica. when
Yes.
they was ravished by the hurricane.
Thank you, and we give them US by the
We
thousands.
give them US.
Yes.
In the darkest hour, when our citizens, people who live their whole lives, pay taxes to build this country,
Yep.
in their darkest hour, when a government supposed to show leadership, supposed to show that they care about our citizens,
Correct.
we are just abandoning our citizens, no matter if they have COVID or not. Let me tell you something. Everybody don't have the luxury to get up in the morning and go and book a cruise
Thank you.
or book a holiday in any resort just so. People just take years to save and plan to go on a cruise.
Yes.
When this thing broke out in 2019, in December, Stuart Young, that next Minister of Health, was telling the population, we have nothing to worry about in this country. That don't worry, we don't have to close down Carnival, so let thousands of people come in and out of this country as normal. Then, now they come in and telling people why all they went and book cruise, why all they went and plan vacation and all this kind of thing. A lot of people don't partake in Carnival, so they would take this opportunity to go and have a little holiday somewhere out of the country. But you did not warning the people or giving them any sort of advance warning that here what, hey, we have plans to shut down the country, we have plans to shut down the border, we have things. All these fools that I'm doing is just reacting because of other countries.
Thank you.
Seeing what they're doing and they're reacting. They are doing nothing and putting nothing in place in a proactive manner to protect our citizens. And now you come here, shut down borders abruptly here. You have thousands of Venezuelans who's non-national into our country. You went quite Iraq and bring back ISIS fighters into our country.
Thank you.
Who are citizens. You bring them back. And now it is so shameful and disgraceful to know that a small island like Barbados could accept and house our citizens. And we, this big almighty Trinidad and Tobago led by Keith Rowley and Stuart Young and them, cannot bring back our own citizens.
Thank you, caller. We are citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. The citizen put you all where you are today. Today I was looking at a statement, a video of the Attorney General, I believe, of Barbados. And I was like, wow. Listen to this. National Security Minister Stuart Young is insisting that there is no case of community spread of COVID-19 here in Trinidad and Tobago. He made a statement following reports that the country records its first case of community spread. Reports broke of community spread after the Minister of Health issues its latest COVID-19 update this morning. The release, however, stated that in case in question was contracted through a primary contact.
The release said primary contact. Primary contact means within household, within family. It does not mean community spread.
However, Dr. Avery Hines explained what is considered to be community spread.
When we trace contacts, we have one individual who we have as a confirmed case or a suspect case, and we are looking at your contacts. As long as we can identify a chain of transmission from one person through primary, secondary, tertiary, etc. contacts, then we know where the virus has originated and how it got to the people who turn up next. Community spread is where we start having cases where we do not know how you were exposed. You did not have
a travel history. You did not have a known contact history. And somewhere in there, there is a missing link between the importation that would have had to happen and the case that shows up in front of us. So spread within an identified chain of contact is not community spread. Community spread is when we now have a situation where, like as in Italy, as in the other countries that we've been looking at, they don't know where all of their cases are coming from, but they know that it's clearly being passed from person to person within the population.
So now you would understand what is community spread. I tell you, I don't come here just so, you know. I don't come here just so I just come well prepared. Even as the number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 continues to rise, National Security Minister Stuart Young said there is no need to call a state of emergency at this time. He was responding to a question from the media earlier.
This government is very measured. Hopefully by now the population, as I believe they have appreciated and understood, we take our decisions very, very carefully and considering a number of factors. At this stage, that is not on our priority list of discussion, but one never knows if we may end up there.
Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yes, sir, good night. All you listen to what the minister say. He said it had 23,000 people calling on the hotline, and he said we had 100 positive referrals. Understand what that means, you know? That means to say that the people who wasn't tested and who have it outside, that is an additional.
Yep.
And could have happened when the when they say come in for carnival, right? And you're hearing what the man say and all them contradicting themselves right through. Just imagine your ball closed, your border closed, but plane coming in and out and picking up who it want to go and who it want to come. And your own national they had in Barbados. And them going mad, watch me. This thing going and get deadly here if you're here. They do call that emergency, you know. They're going to have to call it side. Have a good night.
Thank you, my friend. You see, our citizens, like again, at the end of the day, when election comes around and local government comes around, they go to the citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. You cannot go Barbados.
On side of
You
all the
cannot go
others.
Margarita. You have to come down to the citizen. Imagine the British High Commissioner in Trinidad ask the citizen to go back to them country, and flights were made available. Venezuela was in a crisis. You allowed Tom, Dick, and Harry to come into Trinidad. No visa, no passport, no nothing. You allow them to come into Trinidad to get food, to get shelter, to get clothing, and to get a job. Now we have a crisis going on right around the world. Our citizens are asking to come home. And you are telling the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago our borders are closed down? Now listen this. Listen this. You want to stop the spread of COVID-19. You tell yourself, well, if these citizens come in, they may have it and they may spread it. Okay. Okay. Listen this now. When you allow cargoes to come into Trinidad, you don't know who packed that cargo inside there. You don't know who interfered with that. But it's coming into Trinidad. It's coming in. So when these cargoes come in, from on the boat to the dock, who moving it? I wonder if it's animals moving it. No, I am asking you, the government of Trinidad and Tobago, why are you saying no to the citizens that are in Barbados and to the citizens that are in Margarita who is longing to come home? If they have to die, they want to die in their homeland. You tell me. Guys, I know I might be going off script a little bit, but it's the reality we're facing with. In Suriname, they want to come home. We ain't hear nothing about COVID-19 in Suriname yet because I'm paying attention to the world. The British High Commissioner so consider his people. Or they go back home. We're making flights available. Go back home. Caller, good night.
Yes, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
The only way I think for we to actually try and get together to solve one is we need a state of emergency at least for 2 weeks. Because at the end of the day, all this money the government put out, it is we, the poor people, have to pay back for that.
Yes. The rich man ain't paying for it. It's the poor man taxes they're adding on.
We need a state of emergency right away. Let everybody quarantine themselves for 14, 15 days immediately.
Thank you, my dear. Why can't our nationals come home? Where is the Minister of Foreign Affairs? I am not seeing him. I am not hearing from him. He is not whispering. Where is him? Is his post up for vacant? Is it post vacant? Is it up for grab? I tell you, if nobody hit all your hard side, Ali will hit all the hammer on the nail head. If all have friends and family outside, all will wait till they come in. And then close the border. We have citizens begging all year. We want to come home. Allah organized for 68 of them to come in, which 42 or 41 or 42 of them are now positive. But we can't get 70 of them from Margarita and about 30 of them from Barbados to come right in Trinidad. Just a couple 100 kilometers away. Miles away. But we the big minister. We this, we that, we the next. We putting things in place. Every time you watch Mr. Terrence Dial sing, every time he making a breathe, let me tell you something. You could get it. You could get it. You are invisible. You're a human being. Is that a joke? Virus they have no cure. You the Minister of Health. You giving a big briefing about a serious matter. People dying all over the world. Nobody tell you drink a little water and go and keep a media briefing. I just watch my red stink when I ready, Especially coming to Trinidad,
Yeah, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, the government was experiencing a hype because they came the day after the opposition went public. And everything the opposition spoke about, they said they were doing it. Now, take for example the social intervention. They make arrangements for about 70,000 persons.
the Venezuelans here alone is more than 60,000 people. They could jump high, jump low, say how much permit they give or whatever. Now, more important than all of that, would the government defer or put for a later date San Fernando redevelopment project, which is $1 billion, Toco Port, which is $1 billion, the Galigota Port Phase 2, which is another $1 billion? Would they take a look at some of these state companies who set salaries, saying that they partly corporatized and they wanted salaries like the energy companies, and they all of them driving European cars and getting millions of salaries, and is the government SIP money paying wages for them, and we all need to get that. So when you put in measures on everybody, what about these people who were drawing exorbitant and salaries and being extravagant? Something has to be done here. Then the assurance that they gave that the bank will do this, that, and the other. Yes, the bank's doing something, but...
Thank you, caller. We are at a point they keep saying the people reviving and they're coming on good. And what about if one person die from COVID-19 in Trinidad? What going to happen? Remember, I was telling you all before it hit Trinidad, when the speaker started to turn down motions to discuss it and to have plans in place, talking about that. They make the big statement about how much money they're going to pay off. Down in NIB, the office this morning, let me tell you something was bacchanal like that. Bacchanal like that, down in the NIB office. That's now, let me get the story for you. It's bacchanal like that. NIB said they haven't anything as yet. Listen to this. National Insurance Board of Trinidad and Tobago has stated that it will soon advise the public on how a new salary relief grant measures will be implemented. Yesterday, the Minister of Finance indicated that the government has created the $1,500 grant as part of its program, its national measures to mitigate the impact of COVID-19. Earlier today, scores of people gathered outside the NIB in San Fernando branch in an effort to apply for the grant. This prompted the NIB to issue a statement announcing changes to its operation. The NIB said, in order to minimize against the spread of COVID-19 and to encourage social distancing at NIB's, TT's locations, only essential service will be undertaken from Wednesday, 25th March 2020 until further notice. It added that customers are only to visit the service center to make contribution payment by cash, and for further and for funeral grants, while a drop box service will be provided for contributions, payment by check, all other claim form and social welfare forms. Submission of the drop box must be placed in sealed envelopes. So which means they have no activity yet about the grant or information about the grant that they are going to release. So we would like to know now when this would come into effect. You have a plan, no problem. You have a plan, no problem. But do you have a strategy with the plan? Where'd it leave you? Some people might say, Saeed, we're in a crisis. Why are you hitting so hard? You come up with a plan, but do you have a strategy? I ain't out here just so, you know. I ain't out here just so. So back to the people, I want to talk about the citizen. What all you think about that? Because you all are citizens. It could have been you all outside begging to come back in Trinidad. Where is the Minister of Foreign Affairs? Where is Moses? Come out and say something. I plan to mash up all your tonight like this. We have citizens outside. All I provided plane for the British citizens to go back home. Why you can't send a plane to Margarita? Why you can't do that? It costing too much? It costing too much? We have businessmen in Trinidad. Before this COVID-19 thing hit TNT, we have businessmen in Trinidad asking for US. Now you know we have over $3 billion US in the bank that businessman in Trinidad like myself cannot get. Tell them me making joke, you know. Me making joke with all tonight, you know. You know why? It's affecting the citizens outside Trinidad. When it's time to calm down and agree, I will calm down and I will agree. But we have citizens outside that asking all for help. You bring 68 of them from a cruise ship. You quarantine them and you have them there. 70 of them in Margarita want to come home. When the money run out, what's going to happen? In Barbados, I read a little something that they have to quarantine themselves and the expense is on them. So where's the Foreign Affairs Minister? When a mother was crying out for her children in ISIS, all I went and all I bring them down. All I bring them in. They are not a threat. We took precautionary matters. We investigated. And they're here. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
As Mr. Rowley said, his daughter is out there. So maybe as long as she is out there, our citizens have to stay out there.
I do business who he have out there. I do business who them have out there. At the end of the day, we have citizens asking the government to come home. Before the whole thing started off, the speaker started to turn down motion from our side. You took it into consideration and boom! It's not a topic up for discussion. All you come and all you make changes. Snap all your finger like all you singing a tune. You understand? And everybody had to comply. No bars, no cinemas, no plane for outsiders, no plane for non-nationals, cargo coming in, British leaving. All our facts. I have about 15 minutes again to give all your facts. Mr. Moses, I calling up your name. Saieed Ali calling up your name on Real Talk. Use the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I ain't hearing you. This is a foreign affairs matter. We have citizens in other countries. Our other country is a foreign country. Come up to the mic and say something. Because let me tell you something, I'm running with this, you know. I am going to talk about it tomorrow too. And if I have to, I will talk about it next day too. Because let's say, you know, we go get over this whole thing. Alright? Thank God if we get over this whole thing. But you know what name Allah would end up with? Allah will end up with the name of the ministers who refuse entry to his own people. That is how Allah would end up. Some of them might say, oh, Saieed bashing. And it's not a matter of bashing, you know. You all could have been outside there and asking to come home. Tanti, call and say something now. Eh? Like I had to slack my tie here. I standing up for the, watch my vouching for the citizens that are in Barbados, where they had to come out from their own pocket now. Their own pocket. And quarantine themselves. And the one down in Venice, in Margarita, we're going to happen. When they cannot pay the hotel bill. When they cannot pay their hotel bill. And food start running out. Let me tell you, down Margarita and Venice different than Trinidad, you know. It's different, you know. So if all ain't know, I am telling you. Call good night.
Hello, Saieed, good night.
Go right ahead.
Moses gone up on the mount to get the tablet to cure the football, the Rottweiler, the Potong, the Alching, Round and Young. Because that is all it's talking about, recycling the work of the citizens over and over and recycle. Is it really good recycling?
Thank you, my friend. Let me tell you something. My director could have been out there. And they tell him no. My audio guy, my secretary could have been outside there and they say no. They call and they say, Rowley daughter outside there. I am definitely sure, or I am sure that where she is well taken care of. This is the Prime Minister's daughter. What country is the Prime Minister? He's the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and this is his daughter. Money ain't running out. Favors would be granted. Some special favor would be granted. Me about talking, you know, stating the facts.
We also have determined that the people who are now on public assistance and disability assistance grants, for a period of 3 months, we will top up those persons also. So, with persons who have the public assistance or disability assistance grants, where there is one person,
I wouldn't get that bad name. It's going on all year. And that's something any part of the country you go, or any part of the world, hey, I remember he, as Mr. So, oh, you the minister who refused your own people to come home. Oh, okay. That is reality. That is what Allah will be facing, not Saieed. So apart from all that now, we have 10 minutes on the show again. Apart from all that, call her good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
They're using politics to stink up the name of Trinidad and Tobago because the world is looking onto this. And your Prime Minister and your leaders of your country is for your people first. And
Thank you.
They failed the people there. This government never did that for the people, and this time especially, they're failing the people who are out there. And they need to resign because whoever think that decision because they don't want Kamala to look good, because Kamala say that is wrong. They need to come together and was working with each other idea, and that is failure thing.
Thank you, my friend. Tonight is not about politics. Tonight is about the Minister of Foreign Affairs calling a press conference and saying tomorrow or the next day, we are going to organize a plane to bring the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago back to Trinidad. Why didn't the High Commissioner of other countries who represent Trinidad make a declaration or make a statement, just how the British High Commissioner in Trinidad stood up and asked for his citizens to depart Trinidad? We are providing a transport to go back to your homeland. How come we hear nothing about that? Come next election, you see them same set of people, whether they vote UNC, whether they vote PNM, all are going down by them. Vote we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta do this. I ain't talking about party here, you know, me are talking UNC, me are talking PNM, I'm talking, you know what I'm talking? I'm talking reality. I'm talking reality. That's what I'm talking. So let's sleep on it tonight. Sleep on it. Tell everybody, Saieed calling the Minister of Foreign Affairs to step in and bring the people to their country. So when election come around next time, you could get them same 100 people with the index finger to vote for all you. So before my last 5 minutes up, guys, run the video. That same one. So viewers, remember I was telling you about this family that I went down in David to see. I am making sure that the paperwork for the land is very straight. So what I want you to do, this is their living condition. Apart from everything going on, these people need help. These people need help. The floor in their house is the mud, is the ground. The guy had a slight stroke. He's not able to work. And this is the situation that they are in presently. So a good police friend of mine called me Sunday to come and meet her. Hey, Saieed, come in Davie. I send her a location for you. I follow the location, and this is where I end up. So what we plan to do tomorrow, I want to go down by them, check up the final paper, make sure everything's straight with the land. Whatever it is that need to be signed or do, I want to do it for them, and I need your help. They have 3 children. The mother works 2 days for the week. Since her husband got a stroke, a slight stroke, and he is no longer able, she works twice for the week to try and support the family. And they need help. So viewers, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, I understand that we have a crisis in Trinidad, but at the same time, we have people in Trinidad that need help. They need our help. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Right, something just run through my mind here. You see, all the money Al-Ravi gets for Alexander 1, George Young brother makes too much a commission, the $15-30 million for...
Thank you, my friend. But they make their money. Right now, I'm asking you, the public. Let the video run, Shane. I'm asking you, the public, to come together. Now, I will tell you something, eh? You see, if everybody chip in as much as you could, by the end of this week, I will be able to tell you how much it will cost to build a house for these people. Because look at the condition. The roof leaking. The mud on the ground is the floor. They have 1 bedroom that is, oh God, I mean, I don't want to degrade the people, but that is the living condition. You understand? And they need help. So I'm asking you, the citizen. I'm asking you, the citizen, for us to come together. Tomorrow, I will get the final paperwork to make sure that the land belongs to them and everything is straight with it. So we could come together as citizens and build a house for these people so the children could have a proper place to call home. Look at that now. Look at that now. Roof leaking. Man have a slight stroke, can't work. My father goes 2 days. All she gets in is 2 days for the week to assist the family. They have nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. How many of you, if you end up in that, you would want somebody to help you? I tell you, when I went down there, big man, tears run out my eye, you know. Tears run out my eye, you know. I couldn't hold back because the condition at that place, it was very, very sad. That's the bedroom. That is in DB. The reason why I'm showing all of this is because I want to let you know that there are people in Trinidad still needs help. 11 years they have been asking. UNC passed through, PNM passed through. 11 years they have been asking for help. And nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Party come, party go. Party come, party go, and no help. But nevertheless, an officer called me. She said, Saeed, come and see something. This is the condition. And I'm asking you, the citizen, by Friday, I would have a price on the house and the material that we need to get for these individuals. Come back to me, guys. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight. But nevertheless, our run of this program is at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Let us come together and see what we could do for this family. Like I said, tomorrow I'll get all the final documents, whatever need to be signed. And with your help, I know we could do it. If 100 people donate 500 each, we could reach some way. 100,000, 200,000 is no kind of money when everybody come together, drop by drop, they fill the basket. So those of you that want to contribute, you can get in contact with me, whatever it is, how small it is. We are out of time for tonight. The rerun of this program is at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And by God's grace, I will be with you back here tomorrow night. So viewers, be safe. Do not get yourself in problems. Be safe and enjoy the rest of the night. Good night.